Musicals has gone from stage to screen and now back to stage on national tour. The Dallas Summer Musicals is winding up its season with the revival of the classic West Side Story, and we're happy to welcome the stars who play Anita and Bernardo, Michelle Araveno, and German Santiago. They're here this morning after having, did you perform last night, right?
No, it was
you
our
had
day
last
off.
night off. So you're here today preparing for the performance tonight.
Tonight, yes.
And when you sing that song, that iconic song,
Yeah.
America, how does that feel to be on stage singing that?
Oh, the first word that comes to mind is it's an honor. I mean, this role was made famous by Chita Rivera, who originated it on Broadway, and then Rita Moreno, who, did the movie. Just won the Tony recently. So big shoes to fill, and so I have to just say I'm blessed, and it's an honor.
You can't help but notice that a show that's really more than 50 years old, if you consider when the movie was first written, still resonates in its themes. I mean, themes of gang violence, unfortunately, still exist today, and also themes of people coming to America and what all of that means. So did that strike you, German, when you first took this role?
Well, definitely. I mean, first of all, because I am a son of immigrants.
Born in Mexico,
yes,
correct?
Born in Mexico. And so I understand it did resonate in me personally, because it still happens today. People still don't understand each other sometimes and still create prejudices based on not understanding each other. And I think this story, even though it's a universal story told many times, it was originally based on Romeo and Juliet. It still is definitely very, very present in today, and people can relate to it.
Yeah, I know, having seen it on Broadway as well a couple of years ago, that what's new about this is they've incorporated Spanish into it to make it authentic. And they've really walked that fine line and struck a balance which I think makes it authentic but doesn't really alienate anybody.
Yes.
In other words, you don't have to understand Spanish to even understand the message.
That's right. It was a way to make our characters more specific.
Right.
I think, and I really think they did an incredible job at it, so that it didn't alienate people who don't speak the language. You know, they can still understand what the story is doing.
Yeah.
And it also says a lot about where the entertainment industry is going now. Also, that they have the talent now that can do it.
Right.
And they decided to go that route to make it more authentic.
Now, I want to ask you specifically, having been born in Mexico and then raised in Houston, is that correct?
That's right.
And you've traveled in other shows to other places?
Yes, I mean, this is my first, technically, this is my first Broadway tour.
So to have a Broadway tour in your home state with family just down the way in Houston, what's that like for you?
Oh, it's great. It's great. We went to Houston earlier in the year, and it was fantastic seeing my family, and all my family got to see me in the show, so that was
Your biggest fans right there in the audience.
Exactly.
All right, well, both of you, thanks for being here. And there you can see a scene from the show West Side Story, which continues here in Dallas. Of course, more information, it's at Fair Music Park Hall, Fair Park Music Hall, through October 23rd. Next week, our guests will be Tony and Maria here on stage, on our stage, from their stage. So check it out, WFA.com, more information there as well.